taste that. Welcome to Narrowboat at Jamesville. Hope you're well. Thanks for joining me. As you can see, the canal has thawed out entirely now, so boats can navigate again, which is good news. I've really got to make a start on my Christmas cruise down to Berkhamsted, so I really want to be in Boxmoor, to be honest, for Christmas Eve, because Ava and I have got tickets to go to a carol concert at some church or something. So that's ideally where I'd like to get to, but we'll see how it goes. I don't feel particularly well, but it should be all right. I'm on my own. And the only other thing I've got to mention is I've taken the sides off the pram hood, but I've obviously, as you can see, the top frame's still up. And I'm reckoning, well, we'll see how it goes under bridges. I didn't measure them, any of them, air draft wise, so we'll have to see how it goes. Okay, the next thing is to see if it starts, because I haven't started it in probably quite a few weeks. And we've had all that ice and everything, so let's see what happens. Okay, right, let's sort that. Just checking it's clear. Right, we're off. Not long to go into the first lock. Well, literally, it's right here. I'm pulling into it now. Visibility at the front is actually okay, even though it's got all these horrible kinks in it, creases. It's pretty good. Right, this is my first lock of the day. This is Dudswell, but that bridge 138 poses my first real problem. Although I think I'm going to have enough air draft on that. It looks pretty high. That gap. Yeah, I reckon I'll be all right. Okay, I think we're going to pass it. I think we're going to clear it. Okay. There's no real way, other way for me to do this apart from just go for it. So let's go for it. Yeah, as long as I'm away from the edges, from the sides, I reckon the old pram hood will be okay. Oh, famous last words. Oh shit! Oh, boat stopped it. Oh yes. Well, I got through. Bit of a scrape. Okay. I don't know if you can make it out very well, but there's still little bits of ice. Some very small sheets, it's all moving about, it's all floating. Say a special thank you to someone on my channel who pointed out that that is not called the skirt like I was calling it, but it's actually in fact called the dodger. But this is the first time I've had to take the dodger off there so I can access the side. But the canopy's holding up okay. One bridge down, still up. Happy days. Oh, here we are at, what is this one? North Church. I've only done, this is my second lock. I'm really flagging though, so I'm going to see how many moorings there are down there on the next pound, see if there are any. It's quite shallow around here though, so we'll have to see how it goes. And then maybe move the boat a little bit tomorrow or something like that, and then a little bit on Friday to get down to the church for Christmas Eve, I guess, or as near to it as I can. And as long as I get the lining up right, I reckon bridge 139 is not going to cause me any problems either. Looks like it's going to pass unencumbered. Yes. Loads of room. However, I think the next bridge, or the one after it, is not going to be the same story at all. Perfect. Right, I put the canopy down because I think the next bridge is really quite low. That I can always adjust pretty quickly. But yeah, I thought I'd get the canopy out of the way. So I've actually angled it all backwards, obviously, as you can see. I can angle it forwards, but if I do, then the bars basically go across there and I can't get in and out. So I think for the minute, that's probably the preferred way of doing it. I'm pretty sure the bridge is just round this bend here. And I think on the port side of the cut, the bridge is higher. There's more air draft than there is on the starboard side of the cut. So I'm going to stick to the left-hand side and see if I can get through with my windscreen in place, and that'll give me a good idea as to how close the highest beam would be. Okay, there's the bridge. So you'll see it. It's a bit slopey. This is so hard to gauge. All I do know is when I went through here a few months ago, and the cut's quite full at the moment, when I went through a few months ago, it knocked my tripod with my phone off the bow of the boat. So it's whether that is taller than the tripod or not. Oh goodness, right, I'll go nice and slow. Oh, this is going to be touch and go. Right, into neutral. Let's see. Oh, blimey. Left hand side. Aha! Okay, we can pass it. There's probably maybe a foot there. And this is the lowest bridge in my patch. That's a result. I reckon the whole Pram would fit under that. Right, I'm going to see if I can find somewhere to moor up. I feel rough. I need a cup of tea. Well, there was no mooring, so I'm going to have to go through this lock and therefore the next bloody lock and get down the Waitrose. Typically the levels in Berkhamsted are really low. I've come down to fill this lock, 52, and open that. So when I'm at 51 up there, and basically come straight out that lock into this one here. Usually when I'm with Rob or something, one of us is at the other lock, so it makes it a bit easier. But look how low it is. When that's full, it's only going to be up to about there. Well, you can see what I've done here. Kept all that water up there, and that gate down there is open, so I can go straight into that. And this lock chamber will hopefully bring the water levels up in there a bit higher. Well, I'm moored up here feeling rather sorry for myself in the Waitrose pound. I'm pretty glad I managed to get this far, to be honest. Rob's just at the front of it. But I've got a bit of a temperature, so I'll be all right. I'm on my own, so it's fine. But moving the boat today was bloody hard work when you're not feeling 100%. It's there's a lot of manual stuff to be doing, so yeah, it's quite hard work. But I'm glad I'm down here. I think I've still got another kind of 6, 8, 10 locks or whatever it is to get down to Ava down in Boxmoor for Friday night. I think, no, Saturday I can be there. I think Christmas Eve, Saturday night. I don't know. anyway, I've got a couple of days to get down there. So, and Rob said we might do a nighttime cruise. Obviously, if we both feel up to it. I think he's feeling a bit ropey as well. But I'm really glad that the canopy worked well. It's really nice navigating with that up. The windscreen's pretty useless. I mean, you can see through it, but the kinks make it really hard. So I'm gonna have to come up with, or basically I'm gonna have to sort that out, because that's really not very easy at all. But the top bits works really well. Yeah, it's cool. People commented on the, when I put it up, about how do you look to see if anything's coming behind you. I mean, at the moment it's all right. I can just peer around the side. I will be putting a windscreen in the back of it. Well, whether that's me or someone better equipped, we'll find out soon. But there will be a windscreen going in the back of it, and obviously that will aid visibility. But I mean, in fairness, there's no boats moving. I'm always amazed at how little traffic there is on the Grand Union. But obviously visibility is crucial. So I will be getting that in, but doesn't cause a problem at the moment. I'm well glad that all the bridges seem fine, certainly all the arched ones. The newer road ones are pretty low. There's one in Apsley, which I think is going to be a bit of a killer. Obviously, I can get through with the arch ones fine, but only if I'm on my own. So if me and Rob were going through, basically I'd have to hang back or go first, so I can get into the middle of the cut, because I think when I'm right on the edge, it is a bit scrapey. But it's all right. I'm just, yeah, well chuffed with how that worked. I think it's going to be, that means then for the front one, I can mount that on permanent 45-degree mounts as opposed to having it hinged. The reason I had it hinged was for that bridge. And if I don't need that to be the case, then I could possibly upgrade it, which would be good, because then that would be one less strap I need if that's in a fixed mount. So happy to plan. Oh God, it's baking in here. So I think with a bit of a fever, I'm kind of forever putting on and off layers. I'm sleeping in here because to warm up the whole boat just takes longer. So I sleep in here. The fire's right there. The fire's at 300 at the moment, so I'm absolutely roasting. So sometimes I have to go outside and sit outside for a minute just to kind of sort out my temperature. But yeah, ill on a boat. Happy days. Anyway, hopefully see you guys in a couple of days when I move the boat down towards Boxmoor. Hope all your Christmas shopping's going well. I have nearly finished mine. How good's that? Until next time, take care. Bye-bye.